Hi, KMS. Mrs. Hines here. So this week we're going to add to our portfolios by making a remote learning tips page. You'll find that there'll be directions to walk you through how to create your own page on your portfolio. Your remote learning tips page should have a cover photo that has to do with remote learning. You'll include headings so you'll be able to easily make a table of contents, and that will hyperlink to different sections. The first section will be, what is remote learning? You guys have been almost a full year of remote learning, so you're going to explain what this is to somebody that's never experienced it before. You can use my definition, or you can make a very accurate one of your own. The next section is about probably one of your most important tools of remote learning, your ChromeBook. What are some valuable, very important aspects of maintaining your Chromebook so it works the best for you? I would like you to include at least 4 of these tips, but you can include more for the basics of your Chromebook only. However, we know that remote learning has much more to do with just your Chromebook. So you're going to be exploring tips that our IT department have given you or tips that I gave you, and you're going to list some activities of how you are the best student you can be. How do you get ready for school? Even though we're not physically together, you still have to do things to make sure that you're successful. Are you always successful? Probably not. So we're going to be very transparent here. What are some struggles that you or possibly even your friends or family members, you've noticed that other people have had with remote learning? Remote learning is hard. Learning at home while your teacher's not near you could be difficult. What are some things that you learned along the way that helps you be more successful? And what's your big takeaway? We've been doing this remote learning gig for since March 13th of 2020. I know it's not the best, but we're trying to make the best of it. So what's your big takeaway from this experience? We'll add that. Okay. So I wanted to show you my direction sheet. I'll present this. We're going to be working on this Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday technically is a half day, so you don't have tech class, but I will be available until 11 if you have questions, but we won't have a Google Meet. The first thing that you're going to have to do is open your Google Drive. That's where your tech portfolio lives. You're going to open up your Google Drive and add a page called Remote Learning Tips. You do this by clicking on Pages and clicking the plus button. Please change the cover photo so it's related to something about remote learning. You may have your own photos for this, or you can Google search, and that's okay for this one. You're going to add beneath your title a text box, and you're going to define what remote learning is. Please format the text, basically adjust the size or the style so people can read it easily. That's what I mean by readability. Please make it so it's accurate and readable. So please don't pick text or fonts that are hard to read. Your next section has to do with your Chromebook. So you're going to add a text box and use a bullet list to list at least 4 tips on Chromebook maintenance. The district gave you this device. There's not an unlimited supply of these. You need to take care of it. That's why it's absolutely a must that you keep it clean. Don't eat or drink near it. Wash your hands. Don't pick at the keys. Have a flat surface to work on. Don't touch the screen. They're not touchscreen Chromebooks. And when you're moving your Chromebook, close it. Don't pick it up by the screen. And use 2 hands to move it around. I included a picture of Sage. My first grader is at home learning. This is what her setup looks like. Is yours similar? We treat home learning just like in school. So she has a desk with her supplies easily available to her. Your next section is you're going to add a text box, and we'll probably start to do this on Wednesday. So before this, you'll probably spend Tuesday. On Wednesday, add a text box for being successful at home. We realize that you're not you're not learning alone, right? You may be in a very busy household. You may be joining a Google Meet to get extra help and need to have your microphone on. Some of you, I can hear everything that's going on. So you might want to make the time to have a space that's just your own, if possible. Here are some tips from our Lansingburg department and successful tips for your own. So you want to include a bullet list of how you're able to be successful in remote learning. What are some things that you need to be able to do every day so you can participate in class? The struggle is real, my friends. I'm not going to act like this is not one of the most difficult things I have ever done, and I'm an adult, so I can only imagine doing this as a sixth grade student. For your enjoyment, here's a video of me failing. So you can see life doesn't stop just because you're in class. I was on a Google Meet with many, many kids, and my daughter got putty stuck in her hair. If you need help, some things can't wait, and she had to come and get me. So you may want to explain like one of your struggles and how you were able to overcome this. Basically, I have two children, one in fourth grade, one in first grade, and they have little cards that say I need an adult. And they can only bother me if they really need an adult. This was one of those instances. I'll just go to the next slide. All right. So, what's your big takeaway from this whole experience? Do you like certain parts of it? It can't all be a dumpster fire, right? Perhaps you like the ability to work asynchronously. Maybe you like the ability to email your teachers. Maybe you like the ability to work in your own comfortable environment at home. However, are there things that you wish you could change? Are there things that you just can't get unless you're at school? How can I help the second part of your year be even better? So please write a brief takeaway about how you're dealing with remote learning. Okay. And just some additional things at the end that we'll do is we'll make some of these text boxes that you made, we'll make them headings, and that will allow you to make a table of contents. Okay. So that's pretty much what we're going to be doing for the week. I wanted to show you my example. Looks like this. So you're going to have a page. I was able to make part of the text headings. Some of the text I just formatted and used a regular text box. If you want to include pictures, make sure that they're adding. Okay, you're not just filling your page with random pictures of things that you found on the internet. You can use your ChromeBook camera if you like. Make sure that they're school appropriate. So I have a section on my ChromeBook, section on how to be successful in remote learning, my struggle bus, and then my big takeaway. Okay, so we'll go through this on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to make a remote learning page for you. I'll list out all the things that we're doing each day. And for Tuesday, basically, you're going to create the page and you're going to have some remote learning definition and your Chromebook maintenance. On Wednesday, you'll have some tips for being successful and some struggles. And then Thursday, we'll do our big takeaway and we'll just finish up our formatting and share out our pages. All right, folks, you're doing a great job, whether it feels like it all the time or not. I'm super proud of you. Join us for our Google Meets Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I'm really excited to see your latest update. Thanks, folks.